Thank you for joining Asia's best radio station.
www.ballyballyradio.co.uk brings you the latest Bollywood news, updates and film promos. Download latest podcasts of Carry On Harry Show on iTunes.
Now shake hands with celebrities on Singapore talk show Carry On Harry.
Inviting music composers, producers, artists on board on Carry On Harry Talk Show for connecting you to worldwide audience. Write to Harry Johal at carryonharry.com or visit www.carryonharry.com for more details.
Hi friends, welcome to yet another show with talk show host Harry Johal. Today we have Miss Maria Cozette joining us to talk and discuss about her new release, which is her third album. After giving two successful albums, she is releasing a third album by the title The Light of Day. Well, I would like to tell here that Maria Cozette is an independent award-winning recording artist. She's a songwriter, she's a producer, she's also a television host. So let's see what is in store for today's show and what Miss Maria Cozette want to share with the listeners of Carry On Harry Talk Show.
You know that this was November for us, and I'm sick of talking about it. I feel like everywhere that I've been gone, everybody's talking about it. 'Cause I'll never stop loving you, I'll never stop missing you, I'll carry you wherever I go. One thing that I want you to know, remember my whispers. I love you, I love you, I love you, loving you. Remember my whispers. I love you, I love you, I love you, loving you. Remember my whispers.
Hello?
Hi Miss Maria, this is Harry calling from Singapore, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay, fine. So I was very much excited since your new album is about to release and you are coming on my show for the very first time. So it's really curiosity-filled mindset at the moment, right, for me, ma'am.
Likewise, I'm very excited as well, especially to reach out to, international audience. That's very exciting for me as well.
Yes, ma'am, sure. Ma'am, I would like you to, introduce yourself to the new audience which you are going to meet today on Carry On Harry Talk Show.
Of course. So my name is Maria Cozette, and my music is considered soulful pop. And I'm a singer-songwriter, a producer, and I also host a television show. I'm an Armenian American. All my songs are in English, and I have a couple of tracks in Armenian as well.
Okay. The introduction sounds very interesting, ma'am, that you are a recording artist, you are also a songwriter, television host, lot of things you are doing, ma'am. How do you individually, identify yourself?
How do I identify myself?
Yes. Means what exactly, is the passion within you, is it like a songwriter or a singer or a television host?
Well, all of them, I would say. I've been singing since the age of 4.
Mm-hmm.
I've been singing since the age of 4, and I identify myself as a songwriter, singer, and a producer. I produced most of the songs on my album, and I've written all of my songs. And on top of my entertainment career, I also support a lot of charities. So I'm a huge youth advocate, and I help in our community for youth enrichment.
That's very nice to know, ma'am. I'm very much sure that with this kind of work that you're doing for the community, there must be some kind of an influence also in your music work also when it comes to writing.
Yes, of course. What do you mean by that?
Especially like since you're writing the songs, what kind of songs you prefer to write, and how does the real life experiences are reflected within your songwriting? Would you like to tell us a bit?
I see. Yes, I understand what you're saying. It's always been my objective to convey a positive message to our youth. So all of my songs, they reflect a life of hope, They resonate with fans, I think, because they exemplify being a strong woman, always persevering no matter what circumstances you face in life. And then as far as inspiration for songwriting, my inspiration comes from people that I meet, people that I love, people that I may not even know, but I come across and have a conversation with. But I think more so just like any artist around the world, I'm most inspired by love.
Okay, that's good, ma'am. Would you like to tell us something about your previous two albums that came into the market? How did the conceptualization actually happen for that? You began your album release in 2007, if I'm correct?
Yes. So in 2007, I released, that's when I first began songwriting. Before that, I was a recording artist, but I didn't songwrite. In 2007, I released Special Delivery, and I collaborated with a number of different producers. And then in 2010, I released Born Ready. And Born Ready, I executive produced the album. It gained a lot of media attention, and my fan base then grew. From that album, my fan base grew internationally. And I went to Armenia. I performed there. So yes, I think, and then after that, I've had a couple of singles that I've released. One of them is Not Enough, and that's the best-selling song to date that I've had. And also another track, which is a house track that I released last year. It's called Saved My Life. And then, of course, now I'm working on my upcoming album, The Light of Day.
Definitely, we would also be discussing your new album, The Light of Day, but I won't take you to the climax in the very beginning because I want to really, introduce you to my audience so that everyone feels, proud of that. A special guest is coming on the show, and there's a lot of things, lot of shades within her life, and I want to explore all the shades on my show, ma'am. So, ma'am, since you have traveled, you must have traveled a lot doing all these charity work, and also you must have also done lots of live shows and all. So, how does what all things do you really learn when it comes to like performing live and also recording the albums within the studio walls? What kind of differences do you see?
I think the biggest difference is the reception that you see and experience with your audience. When you're inside a studio, you're with a group of people that you trust and a group of people that are talented producers and people in the music industry. So it's completely closed off. You're in your own world. You actually build your own world just to produce that album or just to produce that song. When you perform this song, you have no idea how the crowd is going to, are they going to like the song? Are they not going to? And really, when you write a song, especially when you're a songwriter, of course as a singer as well, but especially when you're a songwriter, all of those songs are so close to your heart that it's actually, even though I've been performing since the age of 4, it's always nerve-wracking for me to go on stage and perform a new song because I'm pretty much putting my heart out there and for everyone to critique. And thank God that so far my live performances have actually, been, I could say, the best experiences of my life because there is no other feeling than standing on stage performing and having the crowd either sing along or applaud and really enjoy and appreciate your work. So that to me is the most fulfilling.
Correct. And ma'am, you have also worked with wide variety of music producers and you are also producing your own music. What kind of differences do you find, when you're working with an outside producer and when you are today working on your own tracks? Is it like more liberty you have now in your hand with the kind of success that you're facing?
Yes, of course. I think when I first started, I was, of course, less experienced than I am now in the studio and just in general in the industry. So I was relying more on other people. I was relying on not only their talents, but also their opinions. And I allowed, although I've always had great support, and without the support, I wouldn't be where I am today. But because of relying on other people's direction, for example, my last album, Born Ready, is very, very colorful and cute and very poppy. And also that's due to my fan base was very young. Whereas now that I've grown as an artist and I have much more experience and I'm able to produce my own songs, of course there's much more freedom. But I still do like collaborating with different producers because every single producer brings a different flavor to the music.
Correct. And ma'am, when you are producing your own music today, what kind of things you keep in mind? Like you have got a lot of fan following behind you, especially the youth. So do you really try to go with the taste, or do you rely more on your inner instincts that what you are going to produce will be loved by the audience?
I think at this point, I don't think that I really need to double think and really focus on what I'm putting out there, because that's just me as a person. In general, I live my life every single day trying to be a positive role model to our youth. So that naturally just comes to me. So it's nothing that I don't have to make sure that, I'm not doing something or that I am doing something that I shouldn't be. It comes naturally to me at this point because, again, on a daily basis, what I am as an artist is very close to who I am as a person.
Correct. Since now you are already 7 years into the field of singing, you have done a lot of singing, you have also done a lot of live shows and all. So today, when you reflect back, when you sit alone, what do you think were the turning points in your career where you think that, okay, these were the career highlights, which really changed to the position that you are today?
I think my biggest career highlight to date is in America there is Clear Channel. Clear Channel owns Kiss FM. They own Star 98.7. They own, I would say hundreds and hundreds of radio stations nationally in the United States. On their website nationally in 2008, my song was submitted, and until this day, if you go to the website, I'm there at the #1 spot. And that to me was a huge career highlight because the song has accumulated since 2008 over 4 million plays, meaning over 4 million people nationally in the United States went and they played my song. That was a career highlight to me, and I would say in 2009 another career highlight was being able to perform at one of the most prestigious venues in Los Angeles, which is the Nokia Theater. And so I performed for thousands and thousands of people, and after my performance received a standing ovation.
Wow.
Milestones like this are just because artists, no matter what you do, artists, even though you're standing up on stage and you're performing and everything, a lot of times people think artists are not shy. As a matter of fact, I'm a very shy person, and every time I'm nervous, and every time I'm nervous going up on stage, and really any time that I get mail, whether it's a text, email, message on Facebook, whatever it is, I'm almost brought to tears because my fans writing to me and telling me that they enjoy my music means the world to me. So that on a daily basis, my fans are my biggest inspiration, and I would say having every single fan, the ones that I do have, they're my biggest accomplishment.
That's a huge compliment from your side also for your fans, that you in a way feel within your heart that you are because of your fans. I think you are quite humble in your statement over there, ma'am, and that's the hallmark of any artist, who touches the greatness, who touches the heights of, the sky is the limit after this statement. Coming back to your television hosting, ma'am, tell us something about what prompted you into, going into hosting your television show, and what is the show called?
Yeah, of course. So in 2005, I was first invited to host on a television show locally based. It was an entertainment show, and I was a production assistant. I also wrote scripts for the shows, and I hosted a little segment on this television show. And then I quit that, and I followed my education because I believe education is so important, whether or not you're following your music or anything in art. In order to be a well-rounded and intelligent and educated speaker when you're trying to network, even your music or your art, having an education is important. So I followed my education. I obtained my bachelor's degree. And then 2 years ago, I had an idea where locally Armenian American youth do not tune into Armenian television for the mere fact that the Armenian is complex. They were raised here, and to them it's not relative. It's hard for them to not only grasp the Armenian spoken on Armenian television, but it's not very relative to them. It's not, it's not relative to their generation. So my idea was to propose a all-English show, but to air on an Armenian television network, and this would engage the Armenian youth to watch and learn about. The Armenians are very, very rich in their culture, especially in the arts. They're very, very well-tuned in the arts. So I went to a couple of different TV stations. They all told me not to do it, and they were like, no, you shouldn't do an all-English show, probably because there had not been one to date. So I went ahead and did it, and I found a TV station which is called Horizon Armenian TV. They believed in my idea. They believed in my project. And ever since I've had the show, it's the first English show on any Armenian television network. It's called Music Box with Maria Cozette. And I provide a platform for Armenian Americans to promote their work in the realm of entertainment. And then I also bring different charities that I support for them to come and promote, whatever the case may be, any fundraisers or whatever projects they have. And then I also air music videos, so it's an entertainment show.
Wow, it's lovely, ma'am. Before I move ahead, I want to, highlight two things here for your fans and for the people who are listening to this show. That even though you are attaining success with each and every, release of your single, but at the same time you have so much compassion for your culture, which is very important. Like you are doing, even though you have got success in English, but still your roots. Since you are an Armenian, but you have respect for your culture, and which is very, very important for anybody to idolize you, that you want to still stick to your roots, which is your culture, and you are promoting Armenian culture through your music show. And second good thing which I liked about your interaction today is, which is also very important for the youth today, that we must always focus on our education, be it whatever success we face, but at the same time education is one thing which will always support you, which will always take you to the heights which your career might not be able to do. Today you are a successful person, but at the same time you have given a very good message that we should complete our education. I'm very happy to get these two information for my listeners, and it will be very inspiring for the listeners that it is coming from somebody who they
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. It's very important.
Thank you. Yes, I definitely believe that. I think people can take away anything from you, but they can never take away your knowledge and education.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Because we don't want to, basically, the motive behind doing my talk show with the celebrity is not just to, bring this message to that we are only here because of your success, but we want to also highlight that your success is also based on some strong foundations and pillars which you have just spoken about. So let's talk ahead now to your career, ma'am. You have faced success with your TV show. That's very good to know. And now we are coming back to your music side. You have just now released a new album, The Light of Day. Would you like to tell us some information about what the album is all about, how many tracks are there, and what kind of music production has been done for this album?
Of course. So The Light of Day will actually be divided into two parts. The first part of The Light of Day will come out end of June. Mm-hmm. It's comprised of 7 songs. The style in which, I guess the direction of this album is very, very different from any other music I've done. It's much more organic. It's much more live sounding. I consider it much more real music. There's less electronic elements in it. It's very raw. It's very real. Some of the songs, there are 2 singles that I recently released. One of them is Roses in 99. It's about a woman's growth and self-realization. Very, very cool track. I've gotten awesome reviews about it, and I'm happy to see that people love it. And the second single is called I Love You, and of course, needless to say, that was inspired by someone that I love very much. Okay. But I think the songs are just very, very real, honestly, and anyone, whether male or female, this album, they will definitely be able to relate to it, and it also targets a very wide audience. So whether you're a teenager or whether you're a young adult, or even I have fans that are in their 60s. So really my music now, I think, appeals to a wider audience, and I'm so thankful for that. I've co-produced all the songs on the album. I've written all of the songs. And again, The Light of Day will come out end of June, and I have a blog, so you can always go to mariacozette.com. It's MariaCozette.com, and all of my blog updates, new music videos, everything pretty much about me is there.
That's very good to know, ma'am, that you are releasing 2 new albums which have straight away come, 2 new tracks which have straight away come from your heart, and it's good that you're getting good responses for the tracks itself. Are you also producing some kind of a music video to promote your songs?
Yes, with those 2 singles, they both have music videos, and they're both on my channel on YouTube. So, of course, you can go to YouTube and search Maria Cozette, or you can also go to youtube.com/soulfulpop, SOULFULPOP, and then it's all on my website as well. But yes, both the singles have a music video. One of them, Roses in 99, was filmed in Big Sur, California. It's an absolutely magical and phenomenal place. It's the redwood forest. Some of the largest trees on planet Earth are in the redwood forest. So it was filmed there. It's beautiful. I mean, really, there aren't enough words to describe my experience in filming that video. And then I Love You is more of a simple video, and it's has a an old school vintage feel to it. So both of them are very interesting. And again, I'm so thankful that I've been away from music because I've been working on my TV show. And when I came back to my music, I've gotten such a great response. So again, that means the world to me.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. It's not just not your hard work, but actually, the kind of deeds that you do, like you're associated with a lot of charities and the pillars that we spoke about earlier. I think all these things contribute to the overall personality that you have developed for yourself, and automatically those vibrations, they bring this kind of positive energy around you, and your fans love you, your music clicks, and I'm very much sure that the Light of Day is soon going to be a very big hit as your last 2 albums.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope people in Singapore, whoever it is listening to your show, checks out my music, and I always appreciate honest opinions, even if it's a bad one. Because because we all grow from negative and positive reviews. Obviously not everyone is going to love my music, so I'd love to hear any type of opinion, and of course through my website people can always contact me and let me know what you think about my music, and my manager will relay all the information to me, and again, I love hearing from everyone.
Definitely, ma'am. Ma'am, today, before we end today's show, I would like you to give some kind of a message, especially for the women, because you as a woman have attained success from a very small platform to what you are today, with such a huge fan following behind you and the kind of success that you are seeing today. What would you like to give, a message to the women who want to be successful like you, who want to be, let's say they want to pursue a career in music industry or any other field? What are the traits that a woman has to have within her to, reach the kind of pedestal that you are reaching?
I think that 2 of the most important characteristics, which are very similar to one another, for a woman to have is tenacity, to be very tenacious, and to be very ambitious. Unfortunately, the dynamics of society, wherever you live around the world, and it's the same in the United States, it's always harder for women to get ahead. And this has always been the case. It's still the case now, even though we're in 2014. So women have to often work 10 times harder to get ahead, and I've certainly found that in a male-driven industry such as the entertainment industry. To me, I was raised, and my parents have instilled in me the value of keeping your morals and your standards. In order to do that and to succeed, you have to work 10 times harder. It's very easy to compromise your morals and to get ahead. It's actually harder to preserve your morals and to get ahead. So to any woman that aspires to really do anything, whether it's in art, whether it's in science, whether it's to be a teacher, whatever it is, all of them are admirable career choices, and it's very important to be ambitious and tenacious and to never give up.
That's a very inspiring and lovely and meaningful message given by you, ma'am. I'm very much sure that my listeners will be delighted to have you on the show itself, as happy I am feeling at my end to have you on the show and to talk.
Thank you.
Yeah, to talk and discuss about so much of inspirational stuff and so much of knowledgeable stuff, and at the same time, coming from somebody who is a successful person, not only professionally but also in terms of her personality that she has developed today. Ma'am, any feedback that you would love to give to Carrie and Harry Talk Show, since we have already covered most of the things about whatever things were there for the show?
Well, I'd like to sincerely thank you guys for allowing me to come on your show and talk. I wish I could see you, but I can't because I'm here in California. But you know what? Music is universal, so hopefully my music speaks out to you guys. And once again, thank you so much. I truly appreciate the opportunity. I hope you enjoyed the work that I've done. And just want to let everyone know listening that, of course, you can find all of my music on iTunes. And again, visit my website, mariacozette.com, Cozette. And everything is there. And as for you guys on the show, please keep in touch with me. And once again, sincere thank you to all of you there.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You know that this was never meant for us, and I'm sick of talking about it. I feel like everywhere that I've been gone, everybody's talking about it. 'Cause I'll never stop loving you, I'll never stop missing you, I'll carry you wherever I go. One thing that I want you to know, remember my whispers. I love you, I love you, I love you, loving you. Remember my whispers. I love you, I love you, I love you, loving you. Remember my whispers.
Thank you for being in tune with Best Talk Show. Carry on Harry with entertainment editor Harry Johal on balabalaradio.co.uk.
Inviting music composers, producers, artists on board on Carry On Harry Talk Show for connecting you to worldwide audience. Write to Harry Johal at carryonharry.com or visit www.carryonharry.com for more details.